pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Handoff to the lone back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. It's not just a dual-threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Slithers into space. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponents.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
From the gun. Give on the inside.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
And which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for space. It's Hatchett.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside of the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Tiger. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Grab near the marker. It's Presley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. We've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
The Ducks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to draw them the offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Throws for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia somehow, some way, found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Time to change now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Motion from the back. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's dragged down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hatchett. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Using his legs. It's Hatchett.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here offense tries to get off the field on third down. Reads it, fires complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Quarterback making checks. Going right to work up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Presley. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Quick release on the RPO. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The snap sets up the throw. Finds his man. It's Hatchett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their third sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away. Get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
Punt is on its way. He's got it. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They're going to ride this running back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man on the right. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to hutch it in on 3rd down. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hatchett.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're testing the right side here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's McNabb. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one. Ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he holds it in inside the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Clemson set up with another first down. On the run, it's Hatchett. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hatchett. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He stopped again. They tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and had zero success. It's 4th down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting tackled for loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Running to the left. Hard running there. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. The give out of the gun. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Kendricks.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th. Thought
he had it and couldn't get it through the upright. yards. He missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called.